LaMelo Ball, ladies and gentlemen, MB1, you already know what it is. There's a lot of things percolating in the Queen City. They just tipped things off in the Summer League. We are minutes away from LaMelo Ball taking on the Washington Wizards, Jordan Poole and the crew. It's about to be one heck of a game. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports. Make sure you pull up the Flight Sports TV. We going live. You already know the pregame is going to be epic. The halftime show is going to be even crazier. The postgame show is going to be a movie. You don't want to miss it. It's Flight Sports TV. But LaMelo Ball, he kicked it off against the Miami Heat. It was a good game on his count. Obviously the Hornets didn't play the full duration with their starters, but Melo put up 17 big buckets, 7 assists. I like that. Mind you, he was really playing, not even in. I can't even say it was first or second year. Like he was really just cruising in 22 minutes. So could you imagine once he go high octane? That's 7 assists, ladies and gentlemen. I'm already on the record of saying that the Hornets have enough firepower, hopefully, because there's been some things that has changed, to, do what he has to do to get double-digit assists. And, it's going to be interesting to see how Steve Clifford, handles him and uses him on the floor this season. We've seen a lot of it the previous game, and we're going to break it all down now. Make sure, like I said, I repeat, subscribe. We're going live. You're not going to miss a second of coverage. Listen, I got my man All Access with me. Dex, what's going on? This is unbelievable news involving LaMelo Ball, MB1. I mean, you can't make this up at all. Give us your early thoughts on the situation.
Yes, sir, Flight. Shout out to Flight Sports TV. Flight, thank you once again to inviting me into your space and integrating me into your platform. It's a marvelous thing. And Flight, I am ecstatic to see LaMelo duplicate or even go further into minutes play against the Washington Wizards coming up tonight here at Flight Sports TV, as we will demonstrate live LaMelo Ball and company taking on the Wizards. The Wizards won their first preseason game in grand fashion. Unfortunately, the Charlotte Hornets lost their first season game in grand fashion. As you can see, we are out here in the elements. We are outside. We are in these streets. We have boots on the ground here live at Flight Sports TV later on tonight as the LaMelo Ball and company takes on the Wizards, the Washington Wizards. Jordan Poole, we get an opportunity to see some Jordan Poole against LaMelo, because that was a situation where the imbalance was with the Golden State Warriors, because they passed up on LaMelo Ball in 2020, and eventually they drafted Jordan Poole, albeit they did win a championship with this young talent, and then all of a sudden he fell out of grace with the Golden State Warriors, and now he sits over in Washington helping Kyle Kuzma and company. But LaMelo Ball is back, and he is like, he never left. LaMelo Ball is skating on ice with 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. He was playmaking hard. He played less than a half of basketball, 22 minutes to be exact. And let me tell you, if LaMelo Ball was to play the full game, and looking at his numbers, he would have had 34 points, 14 assists, and 4 rebounds. And that's less than a 48-minute play. It would have been 44 minutes to be exact. So if we could project how LaMelo Ball would have played that game and how he would play tonight's game, we should see some more outstanding LaMelo Ball play. And the Charlotte Hornets did improve on their defense. That is something else that we have to watch out for. And listen, Cliffy has done a good job in the offseason to coalesce this talent and bringing it to a core. We have all of the Charlotte Hornets healthy. Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, PJ Washington, Brandon Miller, and of course, LaMelo Ball. He will have some extra equipment on his lower extremity, and we're going to see how this advanced grade affects LaMelo, because last game he looked very comfortable with that extra accessories on them ankles. And like I said, this is unusual for LaMelo. We have never seen him with this equipment on his ankles. Let's see if he can continue his spectacular play against the Washington Wizards. And we know LaMelo Ball and Kyle Kuzma love going back and forth. They love chirping at each other. So let's see if all this chirping turns out to be a great matchup between Charlotte Hornets and the Washington Wizards.
Dex,
Like,
Dex, let's stay right here. What's your thoughts on the news that is broken involving Mr. Miles Bridges? How devastating is this? Give us your early thoughts on it. It's crazy.
yes, like this Miles Bridges situation is very disheartening. And it only shows that Miles Bridges' elevator don't go all the way to the top because should have known that messing with this situation and giving it a sore eye could affect him and his future with the Charlotte Hornets and with the NBA. I know it might not be as alarming as it appears. Prima facie, it might not be as alarming as it appears prima facie. But nevertheless, he should not engage with any kind of law enforcement. Those encounters right now are counterproductive towards Miles Bridges uh, moving forward into the NBA. Because remember, Miles Bridges is on a redemption tour. He wants the heart of the people to feel his pain and to be empathetic towards his situation. But with these kinds of unscrupulous antics, it's hard for someone to lend their heart and sensitivity towards Miles Bridges' situation when he constantly violates. It's bad enough he's in a domestic violence situation, even though that's water under the bridge, so to say, and then he goes out and commit a violation of the agreement that he put his John Doe on and the ink has dried. So basically, Miles Bridges is telling us his word is not bond. So, Miles, if you want us to trust you, you got to keep your word bond and you got to make sure you stay focused and concentrated on the main thing. Keep the main thing moving forward. So once this situation clears, hopefully Miles Bridges do not engage in such unscrupulous act and put his best foot forward moving forward as being a member of the Charlotte Hornets and assisting his good friend in basketball on the court and off the court, LaMelo Ball, into a winning situation. Because these new owners, Rick and Gabe, they want to produce a driven championship culture. And it starts today, Flight.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Dex. It sure does. Make sure, and it starts in a few hours, in a few seconds, in a few minutes. Listen, you already know what it is. In order for the LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets to get to where they need to get to, they will need the services of Miles Bridges. We want to hope for the best. We want to thank you all. Appreciate you, Dex, on this special report.